Hello and welcome back to the Death Row and Executions channel. My name is Paco Rivera. Okay, so today we're going to talk about an 18-year-old boy, because that's what he was at that age, a boy, a teenager, who was convicted for the murders of 4 people. It will be interesting to see in comments later your thoughts and reactions of what you think about someone so young committing murder and getting the death penalty. But before we get into all that, I have a couple of death row notes to mention quickly. A woman has been added to the list of scheduled executions this year. At this moment, she is the only woman on death row with a date to be executed. Her name is Melissa Lucio, who, during her lifetime, had 14 children. She is scheduled to be executed on April 27. She was convicted of killing her 2-year-old daughter Mariah in the state of Texas in 2007. It will be interesting to see how this plays out over the following months, because Melissa Lucio continues to insist to this day that she did not kill the baby. And I'm looking forward to researching this case and all the evidence presented at trial that got her the death penalty, and then sharing that with you in an upcoming video.
My name is Melissa Elizabeth Lucio. I'm 48 years old. I have 14 children. I've been on death row 11 years.
In Fresno, California, the district attorney will seek the death penalty against Gurr Lee, Anthony Montez, and Porg Q for a mass gang shooting that left 4 people dead and injured 6 while they were gathered in a house watching a football game in the year 2019. The last time the state of California executed someone on death row was in 2006. And since 1976, 46 years ago, when the Supreme Court allowed states to resume executions, there have been just 13 death row inmates executed in the state of California. In the state of Kansas, 2 brothers, Reginald and Jonathan Carr, have been sentenced to death for the week-long acts of crime they committed in the year 2000, an event infamously known as the Wichita Massacre that included murder, kidnapping, robbery, and rape. I wonder if the 2 brothers will be executed on the same day. Has that even ever happened? Now back to the 18-year-old. Gilbert Ray Postelle was born on June 22, 1986. He is now 35 years old. About a month before his 19th birthday, on Memorial Day, Monday, May 30, 2005, while he was still officially 18 years old, he was part of a plot that got 4 people killed. James Alderson, Terry Smith, Donnie Swindle, and Amy Wright, outside Donnie Swindle's trailer home in Del City, Oklahoma. But Gilbert Postelle hadn't acted alone. According to prosecutors, Gilbert Postelle and his brother David Postelle and their father Earl Bradford Postelle, known more as Brad, along with another man, a man named Randall Wade Bias, had all carried out the attack. According to testimony, the killings were motivated by revenge. The Postelle family believed that Donnie Swindle, one of the murder victims, had been responsible for causing a motorcycle accident the year before that left their father Brad very seriously injured. Gilbert Postelle received 2 death sentences for the killings of Amy Wright and James Alderson, after evidence showed that he had chased after them as they tried to flee and shot them in the back with an assault rifle. Testimony had shown that Amy Wright was screaming and clawing at the ground to escape, and that while she was doing that, Gilbert Postelle shot her in the back 3 times. Gilbert Postelle also received life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for the other 2 murders. It was reported that on the day of the murders, the 4 men had been together target shooting with rifles and discussing the motorcycle accident that left Brad Postelle physically and mentally impaired, and how Donnie Swindle was going to pay for causing that accident. They then went in a maroon Dodge Caravan minivan to the trailer home of Donnie Swindle. Randall Bias, the man who had accompanied the 2 brothers and their father, testified that he thought they were going to Donnie Swindle's home to buy drugs, but later realized the plan to murder when Gilbert Postelle asked his father what he should do if there is anyone else present at Donnie Swindle's home, and the father had said, quote, "Kill everybody there." It appears at this point that Randall Bias was not happy with riding along for this, and the father, Brad Postelle, told him that Donnie Swindle tried to kill him. In other words, the motorcycle accident was no accident. Upon arriving at Swindle's home, Gilbert Postelle opened the minivan's rear door and first shot Terry Smith, who was standing near the van, in the face. Both Gilbert Postelle and his father Brad then shot at Donnie Swindle, causing him to fall to the ground. Still alive, Donnie Swindle just yelled, "What's going on?" At that point, Gilbert's brother David Postelle took the gun from his father and shot Donnie Swindle in the head. Gilbert Postelle looked inside the trailer home and around outside, looking for anyone else nearby. He found James Alderson hiding behind a boat and shot him. Then chased after Amy Wright and shot her in the back. After David Postelle called out to his group to get back in the van, Gilbert Postelle got inside yelling, "That woman almost got away," using the B word instead of woman, which I won't do here. As they drove away, Brad Postelle hugged his sons and said, "That's my boys," and gave Randall Bias a stern warning to never say anything to anybody about what just happened. It was later reported that the men had planned to leave no witnesses alive in the area. As it turns out, surveillance cameras from a nearby business had captured video of the van entering the trailer park where Donnie Swindle lived, and video showed the van leaving soon after witnesses reported hearing gunshots. The Postelle family saw video of their van on the news and tried to disguise it to make it look different, and then drove the van to Indiana to hide it. But authorities later found the van and then learned that it was the van used in the killings in Del City. Not long after that, all 4 men were arrested. At a recent Oklahoma Pardon and Parole Board hearing, Gilbert Postelle claimed he was now a changed man since killing 4 people while high on meth 16 years ago.
In the time since I've been here, I've been working at being a better man, a better son, a better brother, and a better dad. I have been working as a unit orderly the last couple of years, and I try to be a positive influence in this place. I have family and a woman who loves me, and I do regret the pain and the loss that I have caused. But I am here asking the board to spare my life with the knowledge and the promise that I am not the 19-year-old boy I was. There's nothing more that I know to say to you all, then I'm truly sorry for what I have done to all the families.
Gilbert Postelle is apparently still in contact with the mother of his child, a daughter, who was 2 years old at the time that he was arrested. And he continues to be in close contact with that daughter, seen here now grown.
I'm sorry to the victim's family for the pain and suffering I had to go through, but I'm asking you today to not put me through that pain.
Gilbert Postelle claims to have no memory of the murders that he committed because of his use of meth at the time. The parole board ultimately voted 4-1 to deny clemency for Gilbert Postelle. One stating his grounds for not granting clemency was because Gilbert Postelle appears to still not take any personal responsibility for the killings, instead blaming other factors. Randall Bias was also charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of conspiracy, as he was present at the time that the murders occurred. He pled guilty before his scheduled trial, however, to accessory as part of an agreement for testifying in the case against Gilbert Postelle, and his charges were later dropped. The state may have seen him as an unwilling participant in the murders who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Gilbert Postelle's brother, David Postelle, was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The father, Brad Postelle, was declared incompetent to stand trial in May 2006 because of a traumatic brain injury suffered in a motorcycle accident. After serving 18 months in a county jail, he was moved to a nursing home in April of 2007. But a month later, he was picked up by his daughter at that nursing home and taken home. He later passed away in the year 2011 at the age of 46. Remember to subscribe to this channel so that you are alerted the next time a video comes out. Bye for now.